Alright, y'all. Fix the camera a little bit for my co-host. Y'all seen the thumbnail. Y'all know what it is. Zeezzy the King. Like and subscribe. Your favorite horror channel, I'm trying to get the screen right for my damn co-host, which I don't need. Alright, y'all. I'm going to get to the cast and the budget before I get to the review. Y'all notice what this is. Child's Play 1. This is a very special movie to me. One of my favorite movies. I got him ranked in my top 5 of horror icons of all time. Like I said in my previous videos. I like my villain to have character. I like him to be able to talk. And I like him to be able to emote emotions and exposition. Not saying nothing wrong with Texas Leatherface, Jason, or Michael Myers. It's just they don't say nothing. Now I'm going to get to the cast, the budget, and things I normally get to. And then I'm going to get to the review. We got the main character, lead character in my opinion, Brad Daredorf as Chucky. We got Alex Vincent as one of the greatest final boys of all time as Andy Barkley. We got Catherine Hicks is the greatest, most lovable, non-annoying Karen you will ever meet. This is Karen Barkley. We got Chris Sarandon. That's Mike Norris. To me, he like Dr. Gordon from Nightmare on Elm Street 3, a character that survived the movie that never came back or was barely even mentioned. He was mentioned when Andy Barkley was grown. I'm assuming him and Karen still together. And then we got Diane Manoff as Aunt Maggie. This is the writing and creation of Don Mancini, one of the greatest horror writers of all time in my opinion. We got Tom Holland. Not the Spider-Man, but the original Tom Holland as the director. This had a budget of $9 million and a box office of $44 million. That's Nightmare on Elm Street territory. This movie came out in '88. And Chucky's nickname, it's just a little nugget I always have. His nickname is the Lakeshore Strangler. It's kind of odd when you know Chucky history, seeing that he normally stabbed people. I got a quick little story time before I get to the review, and it's basically Child's Play was an original screenplay by Don Mancini called Blood Buddy, in which the storyline and all that is switched up slightly, but the original story was the same thing as Chucky, but it was called Blood Buddy, and the doll had more of a Megan's personality, where it was a protector of the child, and they had a blood ritual where the kid bled and bled it into the doll, which forced the doll to become real and protect them more. This would have been probably a little more gruesome, and the doll would have came alive sooner. I just thought I'd throw that out there for Child's Play people who watching this review who may not know that little nugget. Now we finna get to the movie because this is a classic, no doubt, and one of my favorite childhood movies and one of my all-time go-tos to this day. A lot of these movies, like I said when I ranked them, a lot of these movies, whether the critics or Rotten Tomatoes or people, fans like them or not, this don't have a bad movie in the franchise. Both seasons of the Chucky series is good, and a lot of these movies are high 8s to me. You ready, Chuck? Let's go. The movie begins off with the Mike Norris character. He's basically he in an undercover outfit pursuing Charles Lee Ray, the character, before he died and became Chucky. By the way, spoilers, my bad. This movie came out in '88. I was 4. I'm 38 now. Do you really need me to say spoilers? Anyways, he basically announces, I'm with the Strangler, and he's chasing Charles Lee Ray. They having a little chase through the alley scene, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to catch up to him to apprehend the Lakeshore Strangler. This is Chicago, Illinois, by the way. So as he pursuing him through the alley, they get into a certain area. That's when we see Charles Lee Ray yelling to his getaway driver, Eddie Caputo. Once he see the situation is effed up, Eddie Caputo drives off and leaves Charles. So he like, no, wait, Eddie, no. At this point in the movie, we don't know what's going on, and we don't know this is Charles Lee Ray, Brad Dourif character that we never gonna see ever again. We just gonna know him by voice, and if you know, you know. He make a few appearances throughout the franchise here and there for certain scenes. I know he was in Curse of Chucky when they had the funeral scene for the death of the dad. Anyways, I don't want to get off topic. The point I'm making is this is one of the few scenes that Brad Dourif in. So he get into a shootout when his partner Eddie Caputo leaves. He get into a shootout with the cop, and the Mike Norris cop shoot him once or twice. Shot him in the chest. So he tried to escape by going into the toy store to basically catch cover and I guess lose the cop. But the cop, Mike Norris, see him going to the toy store, so they have a little shootout there where Mike hit him again once or twice. So now Charles Lee Ray been shot 2 or 3 times, but the deadly shot is to the chest. So he like, oh no, I'm dying. He's like, I gotta find something. At this point on first viewing, we don't know what he's talking about. We know this gonna be about a doll, but we don't know the significance of this opening scene for the entire franchise. So he looking around, he fall over some toys, you know what I'm saying? Then he see the Chucky Child's Play section. When he falls over, he sees the doll. He does his voodoo ritual, Ade, Doombala, all that shit. And puts his spirit into the doll. It's a big ass smoke cloud scene, thunder and lightning, thunderclap, and the building explodes. Mike Norris gets part of the explosion, and then the whole Toy Story blows up. Nobody dies but Charles Lee Ray, aka Chucky. Mike Norris survived the explosion, and scene ends. I don't know how the fuck you did that. Next, we pan off to one of my favorite protagonists in movie history, Andy Barclay. It's the morning of his birthday, so you see instantly he making like burnt ass toast, good guy cereal. You see he a good guy fanatic. He got the whole good guy fit. He got the shirt. He got the hat. You know what I'm saying? He watching good guy cartoons on Saturday morning. It's his birthday. His mom, a single mom, workaholic dad. The husband died. So this ain't like she a single mother and the man ain't nobody. He died and in heaven. So she a single mother, workaholic. Even though it's her, because I was thinking this earlier when I was watching the movie. It's her son's birthday and it's a Saturday morning and she off. Wouldn't she be up and ready? Because I know me and my chick, we be ready for our kid birthday, especially if it's a Saturday morning. But my point is, I'm getting off topic again. My point is, she sleep and he making breakfast in bed. He got burnt toast with a bunch of butter on it, cereal, milk, orange juice, all this shit. It's a sweet little thing gesture he doing. He's spilling all of it on the way to her room. He like, Mom, wake up, it's my birthday, let's get it in. She like, all right, baby, give me 5 more minutes. He opened the blinds, all the sun from the beautiful Chicago morning shines in. She get up, they talking. She look at the breakfast like, oh, you made me breakfast, baby. She try to get a piece of the bread. The toast is burnt as hell and the butter fall off. Nice little lovable scene just to show you she ain't the Karen of today, modern era. It wasn't even a phrase back then of a Karen. This is a beautiful Karen, a beautiful mother. Now, we get past that scene, we pass to Maggie character, her best friend, you know what I'm saying? This probably Andy Barclay's godmother. It's never spoken about, but I'm assuming she his godmother. So they work at the local mall, supermarket store. She work in a jewelry department, Maggie work in a shoe department. So she runs over to Karen area like, man, that doll you've been looking for, I just found it. Because earlier for the birthday, she got these big ass extravagant gifts wrapped. Like, my wife is a hell of a gift wrapper. She can wrap a motherfucking, I don't know, but she can wrap a hanger and make that shit look like gold. She can take any kind of gift, whatever we get our kids for Christmas, birthday, she wrap that shit so motherfucking perfect. I'll be like, damn, she bad. That's how Karen does for for Andy. She wrap all his gifts perfect. It's a toolbox, it's clothes, all the shit an 8-year-old wouldn't want. But he thinking, cause she got the good guy wrapping. So when he unwrap it, it's the toolbox, the toolkit, everything but Chucky. He like, I want a good guy doll. She like, I know, baby, but they high and I just found out too late. Woo wop the bam. So now we pan back to the work scene where her partner Maggie comes up like, yeah, we got this panhandler in the back of the store selling good guy dolls, and he got it for the low. I know you want to get one. She like, I can't leave my shift. You know the boss be on my ass anyway. She like, you want the doll or not? She's like, hell yeah. They go to the alley. This little creepy ass, bummy ass looking, you know what I'm saying? Weirdo looking ass dude. He's selling good guy dolls. She like, damn, this motherfucker perfect, exactly what he want. Where you get it from? He like, you want the doll or not? He about his money. Don't give me no questions. You know I stole it. Woo after bam. She purchased a good guy doll, get back to her station. That's when they arrogant boss sitting there like, I don't pay you to take extra breaks, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I need your ass tonight. She's like, but I don't have a babysitter for tonight. I can't do it. He like, you like working here or not? She's like, fuck it, I'll come. And that's when Maggie like, calm down. You know what I'm saying? I'll take her spot, you know what I'm saying? He like, you working shoes. You don't know about this jewelry we selling? She like, well, fuck it, you right. I just babysit Andy. Will that work? They like, it worked for me. The boss like, it worked for me. That's how that happens. Now we at the night scene. We get into Freddy's kill now, because all through the movie so far, the doll ain't moving like 2, 3, 4, 5 the franchise. He's still, you know the doll finna come alive, but the anticipation is like how it is in Candyman. You don't get Candyman till 45 minutes in. You don't get Chuck until like an hour in, like the third act. He been finessing and talking to Andy because Andy's a little boy, he a kid. And I said 8. He probably more like 6. He talking and revealing his character to Andy Barkley, just not on screen to us yet. So in the morning when, I ain't say this, but I'm gonna say it now. In the morning for Andy's birthday, we hear the news like, yeah, a cop got into a shootout last night with the notorious Lakeshore Strangler. We hearing stuff like that every time a radio or a TV around. Now this time it's night. Chucky and Andy playing with the toolbox. He got Chucky like, you want to help me? They got their hard hats on, chilling. That's when, I don't know why he got a bedtime on his birthday and it's at night. It's a weekend. But Aunt Maggie like, it's bedtime. Cause they watching the news where they hear about Eddie Caputo got away, Charles Lee Ray got shot, he dead, woo woo. Chucky the doll is watching this. But as the whole scene happening, he trying to pay attention to Andy but that. So when the auntie says it's time to go to bed, he pissed. She make Andy go brush his teeth, get freshened up for bed, they go to bed. Now Andy, like a kid, he fall asleep. That's when Chucky gets up, runs across, you know what I'm saying, doing his little creepy shit, running across the floor. You hear the little footsteps, making noise. That's when Maggie getting nervous for some reason, and that's when she gets up, start investigating. She starts seeing stuff that a sign that something happened. That's when Chucky comes out, throws the little baby hammer at her, hits her in the head, she falls, stumbles up, falls out the window. Classic iconic scene. The cops come, Mike Norris, the team, the forensics, they doing all the research, trying to see who did it. They looking at Andy like a potential suspect. That's when Karen comes home, she busts through all the cops, busts through the crime scene, talking, getting to know what happened. They tell her what happened. She devastated. That's when Andy like, hell, I think Chucky did it. Cause he see Chucky got flour on the bottom of his shoes, which was a footprint, which they thought was Andy's, even though Andy's foot way bigger than the doll's. So, bam, they looking at Andy like a potential suspect. Next morning, she talked to him at night like, baby, this part of death, you know, the death speech, the funeral speech, the birds and the bees speech. She give it to him. He like, yeah, Chucky, he like, yeah, I think Chucky did it. He telling his mom, he talked to me last night and said he was sent to me from Daddy from heaven to play with me. The mom get a little like pushed back by the comment. He like, yeah, and Chucky said, Maggie a bitch and got what she deserved. The mom appalled. Like, my mom would have slapped my little young ass. I don't care if I was 6. My mom would have slapped me for saying some shit like this. She like, no, baby, don't talk like that. What's gotten into you? Like, should I put you on punishment? And he like, ooh, she like, you need to rest. I know it's hard on you, go to bed. The next day, she talked to him, give him a hug, give him a kiss, send him off to school. And then he come to school. It's like 4 motherfuckers with these good guys. Like, god damn, they big as hell, bigger than these kids. So he finessed Andy immediately, like, we ain't going to school. We finna go get Eddie Caputo. So you see Andy beeline in the school, then he turns off and goes out. Now he on a Chicago train station. I ain't from Chicago, but I've been there a lot of times in my life. This looked very Chicago-esque, the scene. The snow, you know what I'm saying, the backdraft, the community, it looked perfect to me. Kind of like Candyman, just upper level, not ghetto. Anyways, he gets to Eddie Caputo's crib, and that's when, you know what I'm saying, he doing his little Chucky shit. Turn the gas on, open the stove, break the lens. While Andy outside being a kid, kind of being stupid, he taking a little leak outside. Eddie Caputo coming around the gangway because he hear Chucky with the footsteps. He get to shooting, blows the gas line to his stove up, and boom, he blows up and die. Now Chucky just like on the rampage. The cops come and see Andy at the crime scene. They call Karen like, we got your boy, come to the police station. She like, listen, baby, I don't know what the fuck been going on lately, but you was at a crime scene, then Maggie, they starting to think you was suspicious, you a suspect. You can't keep saying this, Dow do this. Nobody believe you, and I damn sure don't even believe you. He like, I can prove it. Chucky, tell him what's happening. Tell him your real name. Tell him all the shit you been telling me. Chucky doing like he doing now. Ain't saying shit. So he get the bang in his head trying to fight him. They think the little boy going nuts. They take him right away from Karen. He in a crazy house to get evaluated. Now Chuck kinda got isolated, but Chuck ain't around him. She take Chucky home, and she like, man, this shit wild. I can't believe my boy said that. I love my boy. I gotta believe him in a way, but this damn doll shit crazy. And she dropped the doll and realized Chucky been operating for like a week or so, 4 or 5 days, without batteries. For one, toys don't even come with batteries, especially in that era, so that was cap. So now she see Chucky ain't got batteries, and she pick him up with the most iconic meme scene you could ever see. This meme is like the It Pennywise dance meme. When she like, listen, I'm gonna throw your little ass in the fire. I know you alive. Say something. You fucking bitch. You stupid slut. I'm gonna teach you not to fuck with me. He just come full alive for the first time in the movie. I mean, we done seen him run around and shit, but I'm talking about full force, not trying to finesse, not trying to hide. He fully fledged out. He bite the bitch neck. I think he bite her arm, run under the couch. She's getting on eye level, creeping around, looking under the couches. If he had a weapon, he could stab you in the eye, kill you easily. Doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? This ain't Final Girl type of shit she doing. So Chuck get up, dip up out the house. She chase after him, but he gets away. Now he going after the cop, because when Charles Lee Ray died, he said, I'm getting you and Eddie. He done got Eddie. He go after the cop. He gets to the cop, get in the car, start trying to choke him. The cop driving out OC. Chucky stabbing under the seat, trying to, you know what I'm saying, stab him in the ass, stab him in the balls, make him crash, make him die. They crash out, but he get the busting at Chucky, hit Chucky a few times. Chucky retreat. He go to Dr. Death, which I didn't mention in the cast because it wasn't relevant until now. Dr. Death is basically the voodoo shaman who is Charles Lee Ray mentor. So when he show up as a doll form, like, Doc, all that shit you taught me paid off. I thought you was just pulling my chain back in the day. But as you can see, I'm here. Dr. Death is like, this is abomination. What the hell you done? This is not what I taught you, Charles. He like, listen, fuck all that. You taught me, it's here, I know it now. But we got one problem. How do I get out of this body? He like, listen, you gotta get out your body. You gotta reveal yourself to you gotta kill the first person you told your secret to, which is Andy. So he like, yeah, I got a date with a 6-year-old. That line didn't age well the way he said it. But the point he was like, I need to get out this body because I thought I was invincible. Last night I got into a scuffle and got shot. And not only did it hurt like a son of a bitch. And it damn bled. So that's when you tell him to, you know what I'm saying, go to Andy, kill him, get in his body. You'll be 6-year-old with your normal mind. He like, bet. But he like, unfortunately for you, you gotta go. He got a voodoo doll. He get to stabbing him. Because throughout the whole interrogation, it ain't smooth as I'm making it. he not indulging this information immediately like, I'm happy to see you back. He like looking at Charles as an abomination, as like one of my worst students that I knew I shouldn't have trained. So he gotta snap the leg, snap the arm on the voodoo doll to get all the information. When he finally get it, he stabs in the heart, kills Dr. Death. That was more to help the kill count type shit. Now we get to the the crazy house where Andy at, the crazy kid house. He see Chucky coming. I swear to God, this is Oscar-worthy acting. Andy Barkley, Alex Vincent. He crying. He's slumping down on the bed like he's coming to get me. This acting is A+. Like, you believe the hell out of this kid. You think he's scared as hell. You feel the vulnerability of him that you don't feel from even the Pennywise kids. So Chucky get in there. He got the key. They going through the hospital. One of the hospital wardens come up. Chucky slits his Achilles, knock him down, put the mask on him like an electric shock mask, kills him. That's when he escapes while he was killing the orderly man. He goes home because that's where Karen said if anything ever happened to you, 911 situation, go home. So she trying to meet up with Norris and tell her about all the shit that happened. Norris first bug her off like, you cap, get out of here, I don't believe you. After his encounter with Chucky, he seeks her out like, yeah, you right. Because she was going to seek out the man she bought the doll from, and he tried to some assault to this lady. The guy the panhandler guy, he grabbing her, trying to sexual assault the lady. So that's when Norris who was looking for her, found out where she was at, came to her like, you shouldn't be in this area anyway. You should have came back to me. But what I'm trying to say is, I believe you. Let's go hunt this little nigga together. They get back to the house where it's a final fight. When Andy get home, he get bopped over the head with the little Louisville mini bat, and Chucky starts the ritual again. That's when Karen and Mike interrupts it. They have a final fight, a brilliant fight. They put him in a fire. I thought I was your friend, Andy. This is the end, friend. Strike the match. Burn Freddy. I said Freddy, burn Chucky. When he get out the furnace, you know what I'm saying, they shoot him a few times. They stab him a few times because Karen let the clip off, shooting him in the leg, head, all that. Then Norris come, shoot him in the heart. Like, it's so much final fight to the final fight that it's just like this, you knew. This could be a one-off movie. I'm glad, thank God it wasn't. But you knew this was a potential franchise just from the brilliance of this movie. And without a shadow of a doubt, this is another 10 for 10 for me. This is a 10 out of 10 clear classic. It's no debating. And that's all I gotta say. I'm not gonna drag it on. You got anything to say, Chuck? He ain't got shit to say. All I can say is Zeezzy the King. Like and subscribe. Add me on Facebook. Your favorite horror channel. And we out.